I hate winter. I hate the snow. I miss the sunshine. And there's nothing to do unless you love being cold. Most of the time, I just hunker down and keep myself busy with work projects. There's one thing that gets me out of the cave and into the world, though: fly fishing. Earlier this year, as winter was coming to a glorious close, I got a call from Spencer, our podcast host, in-house dad joke expert, and chicken wing connoisseur. He told me that a new river had crossed his radar and that the report said the fishing was, quote, frickin' fantastic. Against my better judgment, I packed up some warm clothes and made the long trek to Spencer's house in Wyoming. After grabbing a few hours of sleep, we headed out to the river, unsure of what we were getting ourselves into.
What are you tying on, Spencer?
Well, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you because these are highly classified flies.
So a zebra midge and an egg?
Alex, I don't appreciate your sass. But the only hatch really to match right now is this snowflake hatch going on. Honestly, at this point, you can see how much snow there is around here. We're just going for bugs that will get their attention more so than hoping to match anything, because there's not really a hatch going on. And I know that they said like hare's ears and midges are working really well. So I've got a jigged hare's ear on up top, and then I'm going to put a zebra midge on, and then I might do an egg. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I would say today's probably going to be more of like process of elimination, right? Like we just try a bunch of different flies and we try and find one that works. Try and find one that works.
Yeah, because especially when it's this cold and blustery, like you're just throwing stuff at the wall to see what happens. But this is, and I was thinking about this the other day about fly choice, and it really becomes intuitive to you as an angler because it's not because you're all of a sudden this really wise person. Like wintertime, I want to focus on midges. Now, granted, we're not in the middle of winter. We're warming up. The days are longer. It was 60 here last week.
Today kind of feels like winter.
It does. It was 60 here last week, so I know the mayflies are moving around. I know there's going to be some active mayfly nymphs underneath. We know that's going to happen, so that jigged hare's ear is going to work really well for that. And then it's springtime, and there's rainbows in this system. So there's a very good chance that there's some spawning rainbows somewhere. So an egg is going to work really well to attract anything that's not spawning. And obviously we're not fishing near spawning fish. You don't do that. But like I'm picking these flies to fish not because I'm some smart, incredibly knowledgeable angler or because I've figured it out or broken the code. I'm putting these flies on because they're what worked for me in the winter. They're good trout flies that work in the winter for me. It's almost at risk of sounding really like fruity, I guess. It's almost like you join the bugs and the fish as the seasons change, as the food sources change. You understand that because you've been out in the water and you've watched it. So I can rig up here at the truck without even looking at the river, fairly confident that these flies are going to work. I'm going to have to adjust the depth. I'm going to have to put some split shot on more than like, but I know this stuff's going to work because this isn't my first winter at it. So as a beginner, you are going to feel so overwhelmed with what do I choose? How do I even know that's the right fly? Why is that the right fly? And eventually, I promise you, it will just click at some point. You'll get out. It's a blustery late spring day, well, early spring day. It's a little snowy, and you think, yeah, midges and mayfly nymphs. That's all we need. And you just know it. So hopefully that makes some sense.
Well, only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it. What do you think, Alex? Wild goose chase, or do you think maybe I stumbled onto something here?
Looks sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some, you got a nice little soft water area right here. It's kind of cold. It might be hanging out there. Got some nice little drop off up there. And then, just point the camera that way. We got a whole, couple miles of river to work with. So
yeah, we got quite a bit of water to play with here.
Cool.
So should be a good time, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's hope this was worth the drive. Alex graciously gave me first cast. So, don't know why, but he did. Ooh, that was probably bottom, but that looked fishy. So it's interesting because from over on the bank where we were, this spot looked a lot deeper. But then I get over here and it's actually pretty shallow. This water's crystal clear. It's beautiful water. Really just a wonderful little spot. Even if we get skunked, it's worth coming up here. This is just beautiful. All right, I'm gonna try and get one more good drift from the top of this down, and then we'll probably move up. It's probably a little bit too cold for them to be in the riffles today. Ooh, still dragging bottom, but you never know.
So this spot right here looks a little bit deeper. I thought this edge was going to be deeper than it is. It's really not. So, but it looks a little bit deeper out there. There's a rock right in the middle of it that fish could be hanging around. So we'll give it a whirl.
Dude, a fish just rose.
Where?
I kid you freaking not.
Where?
Dude, like 30 feet upstream, like basically you're 12 o'clock. I kid you freaking not, dude. I just watched it. Like, we've got it on camera. All right, so we saw that fish rise. What's your course of action?
Dude, I don't even know. My nose is running.
You cold?
I'm freezing.
It is so cold out here right now.
How did a fish just rise? Please explain that to me.
I know, the truck thermometer said like 32, and it's really windy, so the air temp, it's probably close to like 15, 20. He's risen twice,
like jumped straight out of the water. So
this is nuts. Well, hey, we know there's fish here.
Yeah, I could tie on a dry fly. I'm not gonna go through that. That's just, it's not consistent. If I saw him jump 5 more times, maybe I'd tie on a dry fly rig.
And there's no bugs in the water.
I know Spencer
either.
ran over there. He's tying on the size 22 midge. He's freaking amped, but I'm probably just gonna fish the same rig. I know there's a fish there now, so I'm probably just gonna work my way up to him, and if he wants to take the rig I have, great. If not, I'll deal with it. I'll live with it. It's fine.
Too cold to tie another fly on?
Too cold to tie another fly on.
All right.
If I get desperate, we'll see.
Alex might doubt his ability to catch this fish because how cold it is right now, but I'll tell you one thing. I've got faith. Dude, that fish just flashed. Did you see that?
No, like right here or what?
Just right there, a fish just flashed. I saw his...
All right.
Yeah, like right where he was rising.
Okay, so a little bit this way?
Yeah.
A little bit closer? Oh.
That was a fish, man. That looked fishy. He just flashed again. Get it over about 3 feet to the right of where you've just landed it.
Okay.
Yeah, that line right there.
Whoa.
There it is. Oh, is that a whitey?
It's a whitey.
Yes. Alex's favorite fish.
Oh, it might be a rain.
That's a whitey, my
That's
friend.
a whitey, 100%. I saw another one spook when he...
I did too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, here we go. This is where the giant cutthroat lives. He's just waiting. He's been waiting.
There's cutthroat in here since when?
I thought that's what you told me.
I was joking.
Dude, you're just making up stories. All I've caught is browns today.
And whitefish.
Oh, yeah. Wow, I feel like I'm on a lake right now.
You feel like you're on what?
I'm on still water right now. Just
Yeah, you're gonna have to get
got
that
my
in the
bobber.
current. There we go.
I don't think I'm deep enough.
Honestly, this might be one where they're up kind of more at the head of it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Because they've been actively snacking today, too.
Yeah. And so what Spencer means by that is the food's coming into the head of the pool and not much of it is getting to the back because the current slows down back here. But a lot of food is going to be at the head. And so fish are snacking today. Maybe they're up here. So, and it's more shallow, which my rig, I feel like might not be deep enough. So we'll see. That's a fish. Oh, that was a good one.
Did you lose your flies?
No. Dang it. Let's try again. That was a good fish, though.
You know what it was?
Dude, it was a cutty. I knew it.
It was probably a big whitey.
It was that 25-inch cutty.
Probably a nice, like, 29-inch whitefish. Would you mount that if you caught a 29-inch whitefish?
Not a chance.
Was that the one fish for the hole?
No, I'm going deeper. That is
Alex is going to risk losing his flies.
100%, because that cutthroat, he got off.
Dude, look at this bank up here. Look how money that looks, too. Show the camera. Look at that.
Almost as good as this cutthroat right here. Oh, that looks really close to that log. That made me nervous.
It's a good thing Alex tied a whole bunch of flies before this trip, so we can just lose a bunch.
Come on, eat it. Eat it. I know you're right there. Eat it. Bottom. Had you go there for a second, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Stickfish.
Oh, I had myself going there for a second too.
Was that the same fish that you caught earlier?
No, that one, I saw it.
Oh, yeah?
It flashed. Yes.
Maybe it was just a stick that flashed.
It flashed. It was orange. It had a little orange under its gills.
You did not see that. Don't even.
Oh, my Walt's worm is... That's the problem. The tinsel's coming off my Walt's worm. The fish saw that. Obviously.
Oh.
Okay, we can pause. I gotta tie a new flam.
So Alex is cheating.
I have no idea.
Why are you cheating, Alex?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You put a fly on that I don't approve of.
You don't approve of a San Juan worm?
No.
Really?
I mean, just put power bait on at that point. The whole point of fly fishing is to be better than worm dunkers, right?
But those are real worms. This is totally different. Come on, you know you want it.
You stung the one fish that's in there, man.
I know. That's so sad.
Well, what'd you get there, Alex?
That's bad, dude. Sometimes you gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
Unfortunately, Alex did not get the biscuit.
Oh, that is a bad log jam. That's not good. All right, but here's the deal. If I just sit here and yank on it, good chance my rod's gonna break. There's a very low possibility I'm getting these flies back. So the best way to do it, you just point your rod straight at it. You just grit your teeth and
Oh,
you get one of your flies back. What a miracle.
you must be living your life right on and off the river. All right, so Alex is displaying extremely poor judgment right now. See what he's doing? That's where he lost a fish, or lost a fly a second ago to a giant snag. He just tied on another fly, probably one of the ones that I tied him. So he's throwing away my money. You're gonna snag again, dude.
I hope I catch a fish so bad.
You're gonna snag again. I bet you burrito you're gonna snag.
Okay.
Oh,
I get a burrito.
You can't just walk away from that.
That was a terrible bet. Like, come on, bro. You gotta be smarter than that.
Oh my gosh. Just says the guy who's throwing his fly back into a snag.
Back into where the fish was.
Whatever. You're killing me.
It's all about perspective, you know? What did I freaking tell you?
No way. No way. I hope it's a whitefish. I hope it's a whitefish so bad.
I think it's a whitefish.
Do you have your net?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, be a cutty. Be a cutty. Be a cutty. Please. I will die. Yes! It's a cutty. Is that a cutty or is that a cutty?
Looks like a cutbow to me.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So it's cold.
Yeah.
We've never been here before.
Yeah.
Had no idea if there were going to be fish.
Yeah.
It's a decent drive from my house. Took us what, like almost 2 hours to get here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not an insignificant time commitment.
No.
And how'd it go?
I would call it an adventure.
Yeah.
And we caught a ton of fish.
Yeah.
And it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, it was one of the best days you and I have ever had together.
Yeah,
right?
that was. I mean, you can't ask for better things than bugs hatching, catching fish, beautiful scenery. It's like stunning out here. Didn't see another person.
Exactly, and that's my favorite part. It's
Yeah.
not seeing anybody else, but just the fact that like we got here and we took our best guess. We put flies in the water, and we caught fish. Like that, when it all comes together like that, there's just such a sense of satisfaction of like, hey, I'm actually doing it, and it feels so good. And I'm just jazzed on the whole day. I can't get over how great the fish were that we caught, and the fact that we're doing it in this setting like you described. But other than reading the fishing report and knowing where this place was and that access was tricky because of all the private land, we had no other intel.
No.
So it's really fun to come into a river and get into it right off the bat.
Yeah, and I think we've had some struggles in the past. We've gone to some rivers and like the water was too high. There was no bugs. Like
the water was too cold.
It was raining. Like and so times like those make times like this that much better because it's like the hard work paid off. Like you just have that feeling where today was epic and it was a blast. So
it was a great time. So moral of the story, go find your own place to fish because it's a ton of fun.